Alright, in today's video we're going to look to create a catch game. Basically we're going to, there are several games out there that are kind of similar to this. I'm just going to give you my interpretation of that game. But imagine just an object falling randomly at different points along a line, and we're going to have something down here that's going to go ahead and catch that. We're not even going to add points or anything. We're just going to start with just a simple catch game, and then maybe we'll make a part 2 and add on and make it more developed. But we're just going to start with a thing down here to catch it, and then show you the code behind that, and then the character that's going to be dropping along the screen. So the very first thing, we're going to go ahead and we'll add an apple here, just so we have that, because this is what we're going to have falling. And then we'll also, I saw a bowl in here I thought was kind of perfect for that, and we'll keep that down here. And then so the first part is, let's just go ahead and make our bowl, give it directions, and we're just going to drag 2 events. So we're going to drag this one, and we'll just do a left arrow, and we'll do a right arrow. And now you could do this again many different ways. I personally like to just change the X position. So the right arrow, we're going to have change the X by 10, and with the left arrow we're going to subtract 10, because if you look at the grid here, X and Y, if we want to change the X location, we're just going to go left and right like this. Now you could change that number as well if you want them quicker, slower, whatever you want to do, but that should allow now our bowl to just go ahead and move side to side. And if we wanted to, like right now I don't have anything in here about it hitting the side. Maybe I want to put a thing in there about if on edge bounce. In fact, let's go ahead and just do that. So we'll add that. And now, oh, see, that's the one problem with the if on edge bounce. It'll flip it upside down, so we'll go to direction here, and we're just going to lock the rotation. So then, there we go. All right, so now for our apple. So what we want to do with our apple is we want to basically create a system where it's going to move down the screen, and then when it reaches the bottom or when it touches the bowl, we're going to have it reset and go back up to the top. So the very first thing we want to do, I'm going to use the green flag for this, just so that when I hit the start button, it's going to go ahead and start. And I'm going to put this in a forever because I want it to run the entire time the program runs. So the very first thing, since I used the other one before, is we're going to change the Y by -10. Okay, so what that's going to do is the Y, if we want to change it, is going up and down like this. And if you use the apple and kind of drag it down here, you can see it's -146. Okay, and we're up here, you know, it's 151, and in the middle is 0. Okay, if you get it right in the middle. So I'm going to change it by -10. If I were to hit the green flag, we can kind of see that the apple's going to drop. Again, if we wanted to change that and maybe we want to make it not that fast, we could make it -5. So if I drag the apple up here and run that, you can see it runs a little. Yeah, that's probably a good way to go. I'll go with that. So now we want 2 things. We have 2 different things that we want to set up for. We want if it's going to touch the edge and if it's going to touch the bowl. So we're going to go over here to control, and we're going to drag 2 ifs out. We're going to keep that in the forever. We're going to do 2 ifs. The first one we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead set up for the bowl. So if it touches the bowl, it's going to do something. And then the other one is, we could do edge. We got to be careful with that, because if it touches the edge down here, you know, we could say that if it's touching the edge, then we want it to go ahead and do whatever we want. However, then that's going to make us have to have it appear here, because if we touch the edge up here, we're going to have a problem. And I'll show you an example of that here in just a second. So we're going to use an operator here, and we're going to say that if, and we'll go over to here to motion, and they have these Y positions. So if the Y position, if I drag it down here, ends up getting more than, well, let me keep dragging it, it will. Let's say -195. If that happens, then what we want to do is we want it to go ahead and go up here and restart up here. So the way to do this is I'm going to use a go to, So if that occurs, we're going to use the go-to. We're going to start with the bowl first. Okay, and we know that the Y position, we kind of want it to start, we'll have it start way up here. We'll do 180. So we're going to say that we want it to go definitely on the Y axis to 180. But now this, the negative 165, this is going to just have it show up in a spot. We don't want that. We want to create some random aspect to this. So if you go ahead and do pick random, let me show you over here, operators. Pick random. This will allow me to pick the numbers that I want for the X position, which is really, really helpful. So perhaps I want, let's do, well, we can look and see. We want all the way over here. We don't quite want to have it go down the side, so let's keep it like, we'll do negative 200. And then over here, we'll do, well, if we do, yeah, we'll do 200 for that too. Okay. Now, if I were to run this, let's go ahead and add, we'll duplicate this for a second. So if we right click and duplicate this, we want this in here as well as here. And now we can see the apples running. We didn't really want to have that start right away, but so essentially when it's touching the bowl, we're going to tell it to go to a random X position of negative 200 to 200. So basically across the entire screen here. And we're going to have it go to 180. So it will always stay on this level. And same thing for if the Y position ends up being less than 195, then we're going to have that do the same. And we're not going to do any sort of collection or anything like that where it counts points. We could add multiples of these. That would be very easy to do. And maybe we'll do that. But let me show you one real quick thing here is if you did the on edge bounce instead of the Y position, and you went here and said, or not, go to sensing actually, and we'll say instead of that we want it to say if it's touching the edge. What's going to end up happening is where we put it, it's going to actually touch that edge. So it's going to look like this. Definitely not something that we want. So we're going to drag that out, drag this in here. Let's go ahead and run that again. So now if my bowl touches it, we'll have it restart. Now if we wanted to, we could add multiples of these, and that is so easy to do. Okay, so easy enough to do, we could just go ahead and duplicate this. And when you duplicate this in Scratch, it leaves the same code. So both of these now have that code. So now when we do this, you can see that the apples are going to different spots. And pretty easy, right? All right. Hopefully that helps you with your coding, and this is just kind of a simple, super simple catch game that we have. We'll definitely add on more to this for a different part, but I thought this was a good start. All right, hopefully that helps you with your coding.